Okay guys, we're going to be doing something together today. So I have this cover, clear like PVC I think it's called, cover from, oh you can still see a mark, from Doki book, Love Doki, something like that. And I want to try to use the We Are Memory Keepers, I think it's called like Arc Punch or Disc Punch, I think it's called Disc Punch. To make a cover. I mentioned in a previous video that I laminated scrapbook paper with 10mm laminating sheets and put it through my Mink, and Mink is a high heat laminator, for real, that's all it is. I think you need a Mink. I think you need a full-size Mink. Usually I tell you don't need the full-size one because you're just probably going to send planner stickers through, but you need a full-size one because it's a high heat laminator. You can make your own planner covers. So there's that. So today I'm going to attempt to make this into a planner cover, and I'm kind of trying to line it up just like visually because I want to have this like hang over, I guess. And I'm going to take a pin and I'm kind of going to outline where the cover like sits, I guess. I'm going to take this off. And the only thing about the Arc Punch is the stem here is much longer than Happy Planner and much, much longer than an Arc or Tool or whatever. So it's most closely resembling Happy Planner, but it is a little bit longer. So I've already made a planner cover using this one, and I'm going to use this as a guide because I know this is going to fit. Oops, it's not open. This is going to fit in and like be better. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take this. I made those marks so I could kind of line up the planner cover. We'll see if it's kind of, I should probably go get a ruler, see if it's kind of straight here. And then I'm going to mark it. And I will go get a ruler, maybe do some measuring. Let me get a ruler. All right, Mike. So I think it looks kind of straight. I don't want to be like good enough, but I kind of also just want to be like good enough. So I'm going to make a mark here. Hopefully. Yes, good enough. Okay, so I hope that my paper trimmer can cut through this. I don't know that it will be able to. And I also am afraid I'm just going to straight up ruin this. But hopefully not. Hopefully not. I don't know that my paper trimmer can cut through this. Should I try to use scissors? Should I try to use an X-Acto knife? Should I try to use a box cutter? I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I don't know where my, oh there it is, my box cutter is. Okay, let me get my mat. Where'd my mat go? Ooh. We'll do it this way. I really don't like using a metal ruler because I'm afraid I'm going to slice the heckin' finger off. Also, there's a bunch of glare, and you may see my head. This is not like going to be the greatest video here, I don't think. Let's line this up like this, maybe. Something like that. That's like curving out at the end. Let's keep cutting. Okay. Oh, I'm knocking my coffee over. It did curve out here. Let's see if I can maybe like shave a little bit off. Maybe somebody's texting me. Be right back. I'll find some scissors. Are these scissors gonna be sharp enough? I think these scissors are kind of sticky. Let's see. I think that worked. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna line it up over here. I'm gonna sit back down and find my pin that I promptly lost. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. Okay. Now, I'm going to line this up. And hopefully this is straight. I feel like it's kind of straight. Maybe I should do it, I'm afraid, okay, maybe I should do it this way. I'll tell you why I'm afraid. Because if I line it up and draw a line, it's going to be slightly back. It's going to be like a hair bigger, I feel. Because I'm overdrawing a line and it needs to be kind of precise. So let me get that planner cover back. I'll line it up here. That seems about right, I think. This is so... Okay. Where's my pen? Take this. Take this again. Draw my line, move this, move this, move this, get that line off my desk. Oh, I used my fuse tool. That's why that's like weird like that. Okay, blink. Line that up on the line again so we can easily see it. Man, I hope this works. I'm doing this with you guys. Where'd my ruler go? So I don't even know if it's gonna work. Okay. We good? I think we're good. I think we're good. I'm doing this very, very slow because like I said, I really am scared that I'm gonna jump the ruler and slice my finger off. Especially with the pressure that I'm putting to cut through this plastic stuff. And this, I'm trying to make this cover into what I thought it was going to be when I bought it. If that makes sense. Okay, so now we don't have this. Because, yeah, before you would just clip it into this, and that's not what I wanted. I wanted it to kind of be already punched on your planner, if that makes sense. So, now we would just need to draw out the holes, or where the disc punches should be, and then you can punch it onto a planner. Can you even see this? It's very clear. So, I'm going to, again, do this. It's hard to see on that, right? This is, the front is going to have this facing up. Okay, so I'm going to line this up again. And then make sure we're kind of flush. Actually, I probably could just do something like this. Okay, and then I'm going to take my pen. Get my even in frame. I know there's lots of glare. And I'm going to outline the Archidoos, I think. And then I may have to redo that because I think I'm gonna have to, ooh, is it even gonna fit? Oh, it will. It will. I'm gonna have to put a line. So I am going to actually do this. Let me get a cloth. I'll wipe this off and I'm going to do something else. Okay, my hand is wet. Use my shirt. We'll line it up this way. The reason I say that is because we need to have a line that we can see when we go to punch. If that makes sense. And I think we only really need the first one, but I'm going to do all of them anyway. Here's hoping. So you only need really the first one because then you're going to line it up onto this little guide when you go to do it. So I'm going to stick this in, line this up, and pray. I'm scared. Okay, here we go. Ready? I guess I'm good. Ooh. It did it. It did it. It did it. It did it. I don't know if it did it correctly. It's a little bit off. No, I think it's pretty good. Okay, sweet. So now what we'll do is we'll put this punch over this one. If you can see that. I'm putting that punch over that one. And then you kind of have to make sure you're good and flush because sometimes it'll get off kilter. Sweet. Half of me wishes this wasn't like a punch like this because it would be easier to line it up. Make sure you're flush with everything. I am so nervous. Let me open this because I think this is where all the dubs are going. There might be lots of dubs in there. Yeah, let's get all the dubs out. Get all the dubers. Okay. Dang. This is like a thick punch. Okay. Got all the dubers out. Okay. Yeah, these other ones, these other lines that I made, I'm rubbing them off with my finger. It doesn't really matter. I'm kind of going off the line, I think, but I think as long as that first one is sufficient, which it looks like it is, this is like stuck on something, we should be good. What are we stuck on here? You can't even see me. We should be good. Yeah, we should be good. Okay, so let's keep doing this very, very carefully. very, very carefully. I think this tool is so worth it, especially if you want to use, if you just maybe want to make a disc bound thing that's not a planner and you really like the look of it, maybe for like a journal or like a scrapbook or something, you know. Okay. I will say, make sure you're counting or keeping track of how many punches you're doing. You don't want to do too many. I can see that the remnants of my last line are coming up here. So hopefully we should be right on track. Okay, so I've got this punched. Let's move this. The only downside I'm going to tell you is that your cover is going to take up a lot of space on your planner cover, or I guess on your discs, so you may have to shrink how much you put in your discs. I don't know if I'll be able to round these corners with this thing, with my corner rounder, or even if I should try, or if I should trim it. I don't think I'm going to. I think that's how it maybe should look. I'm afraid to corner round it, because what if I don't like it after I do it? Also, if I trim it, I need to do it now, but it's not going to look right if I trim it, because right now, this is kind of what it's going to look like. So I should probably round the corners. What if I hate it? I'm going to take this and see if I can round this in here. Okay, I was able to. What if I do that? How am I going to like that? Let's see. Let's do this side. I think I should round the corners. Ooh. Okay, I will say probably be careful taking this off because you don't want to rip it. I'm afraid you would rip that plastic. So let's try and round these corners and hopefully we don't screw it up. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. The other plastic cover that I had was flush to the like Happy Planner cover size, but this is not going to look right if it is. So I like that if the corners are rounded. So this is what it's going to look like kind of when it's done. Okay, so I'm going to take this off again carefully. I was going to use that as a guide. Whoa, hit the camera. But I think I'm just going to continue to use this. Oh, nope. I do need to use this as a guide. That works. Line it up like this. Because these really, truly have got to match. They really, really, really do. So, let's get this out of the way before I slice my hand off. I'll pull this a little bit closer to me. That's a good point. Okay, so it kind of was all the way at the top. Okay, so I don't know. For me, this first one, this edge is like flush with the guide here. So I think I'm going to kind of work off of that logic here because it seems to be lining up right. Okay, let's make sure we're all flat in here. And not tilted. I think we did it. Yep, pretty close. Okay, so now we'll just keep on keeping on. Okay, so now I have the cover that I wanted, except for the fact that I screwed up that back one. Oh well. I think it'll be okay. I'm going to tell myself I can't even notice. Who's going to know? Yeah, who's going to know? Dadgummit, maybe I should do all the 4 sides. We'll see if I end up doing that. But yeah, so now I have the planner cover that I kind of wanted, and it flips pretty okay. Pretty okay. May have to, maybe that's why it wasn't like that in the beginning, because it doesn't close very well. Maybe if I take more off of the rings, it will. But that's the planner cover that I kind of wanted to have when I bought this Doki Book thing. So this thing can chomp through a bunch of stuff, and I think it's very, very helpful. So I think you need it. So if you liked this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up and subscribe and check out more of the videos that I have for you. I'll clean this up with this black marker on here. Check out the more of the videos that I have for you on my channel, with more planner DIYs and things. Why isn't this coming off? Why is it coming off? Yeah, there it goes. With more planner DIYs and whatnot. And sorry, this video was kind of all over the place, but yeah, you definitely need that planner punch. But I will talk to you in my next video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.